After over a month of searching, Toronto FC finally have a new head coach. Since Greg Vanney stepped down on December 1st, the team has been doing a extended coaching search over the past month looking for their next head coach and have finally settled on former New York Red Bulls manager Chris Armas. Armas is a former U.S. men's national team player and a MLS original player, having played in MLS from 1996 to 2007 for the LA Galaxy for 2 seasons and then for the Chicago Fire for the remainder of his career. In terms of coaching, he started off as the assistant manager for the Chicago Fire in 2008 before becoming the manager for the Adelphi University women's side from 2011 to 2014. He then became the assistant coach of the New York Red Bulls in 2015, was assistant there from 2015 until 2018, and then was the manager from 2018 until this season 2020, when on September 4th he was let go during a slump in the Red Bulls season. In terms of his professional coaching success, it's a little spotty. Started off strong after coming in to become the manager of the New York Red Bulls in July in the 2018 season. He managed them to a Supporters' Shield title, which is absolutely fantastic. 2019, a step down. They finished 6th in the Eastern Conference and were knocked out in the first round of the playoffs. And then this season in 2020, of course, he was let go in September. And in the MLS's back tournament, the Red Bulls unfortunately were knocked out in the group stage. So not that great. He is a guy who has some success in MLS, but not a ton. Really, he's that one Supporters' Shield run removed from being considered not the greatest coach in MLS. But he does obviously have some potential as a coach, especially in the first season with whatever that Supporters' Shield run was. For TFC hiring him, this is honestly a little underwhelming. TFC, prior to Greg Vanney, was a jumble of coaches. They were going through a coach a year on average. It was just a complete mess until Greg Vanney showed up, and Greg Vanney held that position for about the same length as the 8 guys prior to them had held the position combined. So Armas here is coming in, and he has an incredibly tough job because he is following up the by far best coach in Toronto FC history. But the hiring of Armas is weird because you would like to think that TFC, since 2014 when I hired Greg Vanney, to TFC now, has upped their reputation in the international game and would have been able to draw in a bigger coach, possibly someone external from MLS. Now, when Greg Vanney came in, he had never been more than an assistant manager in MLS to Chivas USA. Armas does actually have head coach experience, but I wouldn't have considered him a top tier candidate. Hell, of all the guys who it's rumored that TFC even gave interviews to, he's definitely not number 1 on that list. I would have said that Patrick Vieira probably would have been the prime candidate. So it's kind of bizarre that it took them over a month to get to Chris Armas, like a guy who only has basically 2 full years of experience as a head coach in MLS, and that's it in terms of head coaching experience at the professional level. I guess just because it took so long for them to arrive to this hiring, a lot of us were expecting that there was going to be more from it. It was going to be a big, high-profile coach hiring, at least for MLS. Or if it was a guy who had managed in MLS before, it was going to be a guy who had had a lot of success in MLS before, or a guy who was considered a very good coach in MLS before, like Patrick Vieira. Instead, we get Chris Armas, where, yeah, he's probably a decent MLS coach, but is decent really what we were going for? That all being said, one thing is at least clear right now, and that is Toronto FC finally actually has a head coach, which means that the floodgates are open in terms of off-season signings. We still need left backs, we still are looking at center backs, we still need another DP, and that's one good thing that Chris Armas has right now, is he has the opportunity to influence a designated player purchase. He has an opportunity now to come in, go to Ali Curtis, tell Ali Curtis exactly what type of system he's going to play, and Ali Curtis can now go and get a big, high-profile designated player signing to fit Chris Armas' vision for Toronto FC. So was this coach signing as high-profile one as we were expecting? No. Was it worth well over a month of looking? Probably not. But TFC does have a new head coach right now, and like I said before, Greg Vanney, when he came in, had only ever been an assistant manager for Chivas, so not a ton of experience. I mean, this guy was actually a head coach before, so we know a bit what he's got. No, who knows, maybe he could be a fantastic fit for Toronto FC. All I know is it's going to be incredibly interesting to see what Chris Armas does with this Toronto FC team, and this upcoming season is going to be one of the most interesting in Toronto FC history. So that is for this video. If you liked it, hit like. If you'll see more of my stuff, hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Link is down below in the description, and I will see you next time.